All right, I think it's working now. Okay. Hi, cuties. Welcome back to the Cutie Kingdom where magic is real. I'm your cutie ruler, the Real Negro Princess. And if you haven't already seen the title, today is going to be different than my normal streams. First of all, the timer is correct. I do have it set for 1 hour just to make sure that I don't go over that. But in my head, I was imagining this taking like half that time. It's just going to depend on how long it takes me to say everything that I need to say. I don't know who's all here. So just let me know who's all here in the chat. I am doing it this way just because it's going to be a lot easier than me making a YouTube video and then posting that as well, and then just like having to say everything twice or 3 times or whatever. So this is just going to be easier for me. You guys will probably have questions, and that's fine. I would just prefer... Okay. I would just prefer if the questions are just held to the end, just so I don't lose my train of thought and I forget to say something that's really important. I'd rather get everything out in this one stream, one video. If you're the type that forgets questions, I would suggest writing them down and then, you can send them later. But I will not be answering any questions until the end. Yes. So, okay. So the thing about me and my channel is that I am very open and I'm very honest with you guys about everything that's going on. Well, not everything, but you know what I mean. Mainly everything about me, about what's going on in my life. And this is something going on in my life, and this is it's pretty big. It's very important. But instead of me just, being kind of vague about it, like I was like, oh, I had an eye doctor's appointment, yesterday. That doesn't really give you a lot of context for what that really means. And I realized that later on because obviously you can see that I wear glasses, so anybody would think that this is just a normal eye doctor appointment, and it's not. So I've said so many times. I did plan everything out what I was gonna say yesterday, but okay. I realized that I can't just say a statement about that and then everybody understand exactly what I'm talking about, because you guys need the context. You need the past information in order to understand, because you guys didn't know me back then, and you wouldn't have known me back then because it was on my old channel, which is fine. So that's what this video is going to be about. This stream is going to be about, is me giving you context so you guys understand what's really going on. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a second. 8 years ago, back in March of 2018, me and my little brother were in a really bad car accident. My brother, thank God, is perfectly fine. He was more beaten up at the time. His were more short-term injuries. And I actually sustained some long-term injuries. I won't go into too much detail about the car accident because I don't want to risk triggering anybody, including myself. But there are some things that will make more sense if I explain them. So when the car accident happened, I hit my head on the steering wheel very hard, enough to knock out unconscious for quite a while. and my airbag did not go off like it should have, because it was tested, and it should have went off and it didn't. And we didn't find out until later, when I realized I couldn't see correctly anymore, that I actually got brain damage from that. And this isn't some, slang or joke or, thing like that. I genuinely do have brain damage. The part of my brain that controls my eyes and how I see did get damaged. It still doesn't make too much sense to me, even 8 years later, but that this is what happened. And my eyes no longer work together anymore. So I, after a long time, I think it was like half a year, when we were finally able to fix the problem, I got glasses with prisms. And if you don't know what a prism is, that's okay. I'm going to tell you. So prisms are very special lenses for glasses that help your eyes work. They correct the light that is like refracting through them, that helps people able to see with glasses. And for me, it corrects my eyes being able to see together, because one eye sees differently than the other. So you probably won't be able to like see very well. It's really done with testing, but basically, for anybody with normal vision, glasses or not, if you cover one eye, everything stays in place. And if you cover the other eye, everything stays in place. But for me, that's not how that works. For me, it kind of shifts slightly. And without my glasses, everything is not only blurry, but I see double of everything, because my eyes are seeing things in two different places. So that's that. And me and my family managed to find a doctor that's both a brain doctor and an eye doctor, in order to find out that was the problem. And for the past 8 years, I've been getting glasses. Probably every 2 years, I've had to get a new pair of glasses, because my eyes have to work harder to see correctly. And so they tire out a lot easier, and then I have to get stronger glasses every 2 years. Technology has gotten a lot better since 8 years ago, when we first found this out, and since I first got the prisms, and since I first got all of the information and the new glasses and everything. Even if you're like looking straight on, you can't really tell that I have them in my glasses, but I can show you. You can see how thick my lenses are. That is the prisms doing, is how thick my lenses are. But so I found out yesterday that I am starting to reach the end of where the technology is at in regards to prisms. You have to be really careful with this kind of technology and these special lenses, because they make your eyes work a lot harder. And there's only so high you can go with how strong the prisms are before it becomes a quality of life thing, I guess, is how the eye doctor explained it to me yesterday. To where it gets too uncomfortable. And so after this next round, basically, that's it. there aren't any more prisms that I can wear. It's going to start causing more problems. You guys heard in one of my last streams, or maybe I put it on the Discord server or whatever, but I was explaining that I've been getting a lot of headaches recently. We're thinking that it's my eyes having to work really hard in order to just see properly. And so the next step after that is unfortunately surgery. And I've been told 2 different things. I haven't looked too much into it to find out which one is actually the right thing. But after this next round, I'll have to. But I have been told that I will either have to get brain surgery and get the part of my brain that makes my eyes work together fixed, or get eye surgery and just go from there. I've been told both of these. Both of them are not fun. They have their risks and are going to be very expensive. So this is something that after this next round of glasses, I will have to start looking into. As someone who has already been through 3 surgeries in her life, this one would probably be the worst to go through. So there's that. But that is still in the future. I'm already shaking. That is still in the future. That's not something I have to worry about yet. But I wanted you guys and needed you guys to know, because this is my life. And the whole thing about my channel is that I'm very open and honest with you guys about, the way that I am in my life. And this isn't the only thing that I struggle with in my life. The brain damage caused more stuff in regards to me and how I have to live my life. It's not just the eye thing. The eyes, my sight is a major part of it, but there's plenty more that I deal with on a daily basis. And you guys have seen a snippet of me having health problems. It's just, there's a lot of stuff. But today I really wanted to talk about the eye thing, because this is where I'm getting to the main part of this stream. The technology for prisms and glasses in general is outstanding. They really have come far. But it's also going to cost a lot. We got the total for how much my new glasses are going to cost yesterday. They're going to cost $700. That is more money than I've ever spent on glasses. But the stronger the prism, the stronger the lenses, everything. It's just going up in price. Now, for those of you guys who know me, like really know me, you guys know that I am really uncomfortable when it comes to money. really uncomfortable. I hate being given money. I hate people spending money on me. I hate things being gifted to me that I know are expensive. You know, like you guys know how uncomfortable I am about it. I don't, I don't promote myself a lot on here, and I don't, I just don't do that. And I only talk about the Amazon Prime subscription that you can do for the channel because I know it's free for you guys. So, like, you guys have seen on many occasions how uncomfortable I am with being given money. That's why this is really, really hard for me to say and do, because I care about you guys so much. I'm gonna be completely honest. That was scary. That's a scary number. $700 for glasses. I don't have a job. This is my job. But only in my head. Only to me. I treat it like a job. But from legal standpoints, this is not. From legal standpoints, you have to make a certain amount of money and pay taxes on that money in order for it to be considered a job. I have made more babysitting for family members than I do at this job. And it's not a problem because I love it. This is my passion. This is the one passion that I have left. The one last thing that I have that is truly mine. And it's really important to me. So I would never ask you guys for any kind of financial help or anything unless it was super important. And this is that super important thing. So I do have a Ko-fi link that I mainly let, C# or Pando post around. I don't usually post it myself or even talk about it. But I'm going to have to start doing that. I'm going to be facing a lot of things because I just, because I don't, it's a lot of money, guys, for glasses. The glasses will be ready in 2 weeks. I'm hoping to have enough to pay for them by then. And I don't want you guys to stress. If I'm not able to make the $700 in 2 weeks, Foxo and I have talked about it, and we have already decided that if that doesn't happen, then we're just going to take it out of our emergency funds, because at that point it would be an emergency. So technically we do have the money to get them. But any little bit that you guys would be able to give me to help pay for them would be amazing. And I'm gonna cringe, and I'm gonna, bite my tongue, and I'm gonna fight, yelling at you guys to, don't spend your money on me, because, like it or not, this is what I chose to do. And in this day and age, the only way to really survive or grow or be successful with, being a content creator is by letting other people support you, mainly financially, so that way you're able to do that. So I'm not going to get anywhere until I get rid of this thing I have with people giving me money. So I guess this is the first step. And like I said, there are other struggles that I have in my life, other things that I deal with, but they're things that they're not like financially driven things. They're just personal things. This is the only thing that's like that. So, I'm trying to think if there's anything I've forgotten. Yeah, I don't think I did. So, my original plan for this was that I was going to spend the first part of the stream just explaining everything, and then the rest of the stream will just be opening up for any questions that anybody has, because I know this is a crazy situation, and I doubt any of you know anybody in your life that has this same situation. I definitely don't. So if there's any questions you guys have, you can ask now. Any questions, comments, concerns, anything you just want to say, you can. Yes, it will. Yeah, it's going to be posted to YouTube. Yeah. I'll probably like cut it down or edit it or something. But yeah. I didn't want to make it just a YouTube video because I was afraid nobody would see it. I know a lot of people. Oh, is there an ad? Well, I wasn't going to make it, or I decided not to make it just a YouTube video because I was afraid that not enough people would see it. Plus, I didn't want to have to record this video a second time. So, but yeah, I do have it recorded, and I'm going to be posting this to YouTube as well. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. So $700 for these new pair of glasses. But if when my eyes get worse after that, and it gets to a point where I just can't, they will not be able to make me a new pair of glasses with new prisms. This is as high as the prisms will go, in order to ensure quality of life, quality of sight thing, because I'm already suffering from really bad headaches. So, once it gets to this bad of a point again, I will have to start looking into surgery. But I am hoping that, it's at least 2 years into the future. Hopefully more would be better, because obviously this is going to have to be something that we're going to have to start saving up for. So yeah. Let me do the conversion rate. Hold on. Okay, so these ones cost me $600 through the conversion rate. Or maybe it was like $550 to $600. The conversion is like I don't know how to explain it, but the conversion rate between like Czech crowns and the US dollars, like because the US dollars is like constantly changing. Anyway, yeah, it was around that much, like $550 to $600. But the difference is that at that point, both me and hubby had a job. It has become harder and harder for me to get a job. For those of you who, don't know, and you probably wouldn't, every single job that I've had in my life, I have lost in some way or another due to my health. And me being a content creator is pretty much the only job that I have not lost due to my health, because obviously I'm working for myself. I'm my own boss. I'm not going to fire myself because I had to cut a stream short because I almost pass out, or that I'm in pain, or, take a week off or something like that. But obviously with other jobs, the bosses and people aren't like that, especially in the States. So, it's been really hard for me to get a job here because, for those of you guys who know, I had one and I was a teacher. But the the language barrier got to be too much, and it started hindering my ability to do my job. So I am currently learning the language, and I am making really good progress with that. But it's still going to be a while before I am at a proficient enough level for me to be able to get a job here. So I still am trying to find a job in the US that I can do worldwide from here online, But anybody who lives in the States know that the job market is absolute shit right now. So, it's not going well. It's mostly we don't know exactly what's causing the headaches, but in my life, a lot of times, because of how long I've been dealing with this, I've just come to assume that if I'm starting to get headaches and migraines daily, it is because of my glasses. But you do bring up a good point, and actually hubby brought up the same point, is that maybe it is, extensive screen time. I don't take enough breaks as I should because I get really, locked in and focused, and I treat this like a job. I spend, 6, 8, sometimes 10 hours working on stuff for this channel, for my platform, to grow it, to make it better, to make it, more enjoyable and good for you guys, so I do work a lot at my computer desk, but I have noticed that even when I'm just, chilling and, doing something on my phone or doing something on the TV or even not looking at screens at all, I'm still getting the headaches. I am trying to do preemptive measures to help with the headaches, especially for these next 2 weeks, because obviously that's how long I have to wait for the glasses. I can't swallow pills, so we're looking into a different kind of medicine that I can take for headaches. But I'm trying to take more breaks. I'm trying to eat more sugar for my hypoglycemia. So because that usually helps. Drink a lot of water, as you guys noticed in my last stream, and I talked about it very briefly, but I'm not wearing these anymore for a while because these like earpieces, they press my glasses really into my skull, which because I have a really small head, so I have to have these at the tightest setting, and so they I wear these a lot, so I've been wearing my earbuds, which work just as well. So, but just basically preemptive measures to help with the headaches. But yeah, I hope that answered your question. They do not. At least not these, and not the new ones that I'm getting. I think some like special like polarized or sunglasses do. The ones that I'm getting, though, I actually am getting like better lenses that are going to be like easier to clean, harder to get messy. They're going to be stronger and more enforced. So, I have she's really great. I have a really great eye doctor, and she's crazily hopeful that this will be the last pair that I will need. But they don't beat around the bush here when it comes to stuff like that. They're very like upfront with you about everything, and so yeah. So when I do get these new glasses, thanks, Aspie. When I do get these new glasses, I probably will be taking another week off. It should land around the time when I would be taking a week off anyway for May. But the saddest part is that I usually do an entire week of streams for my birthday week, which is the first week in May. It's the 6th, and I'm worried that I'm not going to be able to stream at all for my birthday, which is going to really, really suck. But we'll see how it goes. They could be done earlier, they could be done later. This is, it's the estimate was 2 weeks. But you guys will know immediately because they look very different than these ones. So yeah. Yeah, you're telling me. Oh, hi, Rabbit. Hello, Rabbit. Yeah, no, I was pretty tripped out too. It took me a while to choose them, but hubby really likes them, and the eye doctors really liked them. So it's just, it's just a change that I'll get used to. So they're very different than any glasses I've ever worn. So I tend to go with very like minimal, gold, cat eye look. So because of the prisms and how thick they're gonna be, I had to get, slightly less cat eye. It's kind of like you'll understand whenever you see them, but they're kind of like cheated cat eye. The lenses themselves are round, but the glasses still have like a little point to them, but they're yeah, you'll understand when you see them. But yeah, that's a pretty color. I've never seen that color. Well, I hope you guys like them. It'll be something that I'll have to get used to for sure. But when you're a kid, you can, you have every choice of color under the rainbow of, your glasses, and they have, the people who are giving them to you, they're very like, they want the kid to be really happy with their choice. The kind that makes them feel the best and look the best in their opinion, because glasses, they get a bad rap sometimes, or kids with glasses. But, there comes a time when you grow up, at least in that regard. And it's like, what it really, as long as they help me see. You know what I mean? Like, they can be polka dotted or striped, or they can be, I'm just trying to think of something outlandish, like neon orange or something, or neon yellow or something. As long as they help me see, can't be too picky. Oh, you used my emote this time. That's so sweet. We'll see. Maybe. That would be pretty cool. You guys are the best. But, yeah, I didn't want to make a big post about it and cause everybody to worry last night, so, I just decided it would just be better to just say everything here and not have to worry about that. But also, I know you guys were probably excited for more Persona 5 today. I was initially too, but what was supposed to be, or what we thought was going to be a 30-minute eye doctor session ended up being 2 hours on top of that. So I am exhausted. I had the massive migraine yesterday after all of the tests that they had to do on my eyes, and I knew that I was not going to be able to look at anything. I have my screen at the lowest brightness setting right now. I do have that light on, just killing me, but otherwise you guys wouldn't be able to see me. So that one kind of has to be on, but I don't even have like my ring light on right now. Like that's why I cut it down to, an hour max, because I'm exhausted. I didn't sleep well, and my eyes are killing me. My head is killing me. So, I just, but this was really important. I needed you guys to know. So, I see we've got about 18 minutes left on the timer. I'm glad I did that, because that would have really thrown me off if it said 2 hours and 18 minutes. But yeah, if there's any other questions you have, please ask them now. I'd rather not have to talk about this again during like an actual, regular gaming stream. So, I guess on a slightly unrelated note, just so we're not sitting here and I'm not sitting here in silence waiting for, whoever's typing to finish typing or whatever. Oh my god, whoever just sent me $200, thank you so much. For those of you who know, I did have an old YouTube and Twitch channel I had for 6 years. And I had a lot more subscribers than I do now. But this kingdom that I've put together, this cutie kingdom, all of you guys, I am so much closer with you guys than I ever was with any of those other subscribers that I used to have. You guys just make me feel so special and loved. And I really care about all of you guys. And I'm so thankful and grateful to have you guys. And I love this job. I never want to quit. I never want to stop doing this. Hi, Psycho. You've missed a lot. But it's okay. Thank you. I was gonna say something. It's less important, obviously, but I was just gonna say that, if you guys know any company, any job, anything that would accept someone who's literally on the other side of the I can't believe you just did that. I'm so in shock right now. Oh my god. This is too much love. I can't I can't process what's happening. Oh, thank you so much. Oh my god. I can't breathe. I need to open a window or something. Oh my god, thank you. But yeah, I'll just get this thing out, or this last thing out I was trying to say. Oh, ad? Okay, never mind, I'll wait. Thank you, Psycho. That means a lot. Because you've been here with me through the beginning, the very beginning of my first channel, so. Okay, I think the ad's done now. I was just basically to say that if you know any company or any job or anybody that would be able to, that would accept someone who does work from the other side of the world, and it would have to be strictly remote and online, then just message me. You can message me on Discord, in the server, or you can private message me and just, if there's anything. It's obviously less important, but it is something that I'm looking into just to try to bring in some extra money. But, oh my God. So much for going back to sleep after this. But it's so worth it. I really appreciate that. I love you guys so much. And I love that I can be this open and honest and vulnerable with you guys. And I know that you'll still come back on Friday to see me on stream. Even afterwards. Aspie! You got a gift. I don't know why my gift thing didn't show up, but that's okay. It's more than enough. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I do have to call my family and tell them everything as well. Once this stream ends, so I do have to leave when this 5-minute ends, but if there's any other questions, comments, concerns, anything that you guys want to say, you guys can say it now. I think I've pretty much said everything that I need to say. For those of you who skipped to the end, this is for YouTube. Hi, YouTube. For those of you who skipped to the end of this, TLDR, I'm getting new glasses. They cost $700 for reasons that I explained in the beginning of the video. I do have a Ko-fi link. I will send it again for YouTube. It will also be in the description. It will also be, so it's right there. I also have it in the description of every one of my videos, but I will probably move it higher for this one in the description, because the description's not going to be very long for this one. I would like to have enough, the $700 in 2 weeks when the glasses are made, but it's okay if I don't. We have a place where we can pull the money from. But yeah,
Thank you for always being so lovely, princess. I'm happy to have you in our lives.
Thank you, Psycho. Happy to be in your lives too. This is by far my favorite job, even if the law doesn't see it as one. I will be, I won't be working today. I'm gonna be as screenless as I possibly can today because my head is just, it's killing me. So, you guys can feel free to message me, and that's fine, but I probably won't see it until tomorrow. And then, I'll stream on Friday, and I'll stream on Saturday. For the next 2 weeks, I just might have to take more breaks. We just might have to take more snack breaks. Maybe that's just what we'll do. maybe we'll just become little munchy cuties. Little cutie munchers. If that's what it takes. So that's that. But
Good job.
thank you. But thank you guys so much for watching this and for just always being here to support me and be there for me. And I'm glad that you guys are still here, and that this isn't gonna scare you away or push you away. It's gonna bring us closer together. And I couldn't be more thankful for that.
I love you.
Love you too. But I am gonna go because my family is expecting me to call. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Twitch and YouTube, for being there and supporting me. Like I said, it would be easier if you guys just used my Ko-fi link, because, you know, then any other like PayPal or Twitch or, you know, even Amazon or whatever, you know, doesn't get a cut. That sounds awful for me to say, but you know, you guys know what I'm saying. But I'm gonna go. But thank you guys so much. You guys are my cuties, and I really love you guys. I know I say it after every stream, but I mean it every single time. Thank you, Rabbit. And thank you for the cheese. But yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah. But as always, until next time, stay magical. Because every single one of you are magical. But yeah. Sorry, I was looking for my goodbye screen. Okay, I found it. Alright. I love you guys. I'm not going to talk too much again because I'm going to cry again. But yeah, I love you guys. So thank you. And please go enjoy some VODs where I'm not crying on my YouTube channel for some more Cutie Kingdom content until Friday. And if anything changes, I will be updating you guys on the Discord server. So if you haven't joined that, go ahead and join that so you guys will have updates. But yeah, okay. Bye, guys.